In there, just film. Okay, June 16th, 2002, we are in the building 3, and the progress that we have made on excavating it yesterday is the following. We have taken out a bin feature that was here, was very damaged. It's our bin feature 782, and this one had 2 floors, earlier and later floor, as have the other ones that are next to it that we are excavating right now. But it was in a bad shape. We don't know if the floor below it is preserved. It seems as though it is not, but it might appear like deeper down. We also have cleaned a little better the wall, feature 1000, and we have drawn it, and now we are going to continue removing it. And what we can see in the wall is the number of layers of orange bricks and then beige kind of mortar in between. And these are put, seems as though they were put in a hurry and here in place rather than pre-made, because the bricks are very thin, at places extremely thin for real bricks that are pre-made and carried around. And although that's not impossible, but somehow it looks as though it was made right here in this place. And so there's nothing special to say about it. With its mortar, it here abuts the big bin and goes around it and just sticks to the wall plaster and goes all the way to the pit, to the cut, and incorporates a bit of a previous bin that was here in this place and was cut out. This bin presumably was cut out at the time when the wall was put in. So bits of the bin are still in place, whereas the wall bricks and mortars were put around below it and above it. And now we continued removing the floor layers on bin 780, our best preserved bin in this area, and so the white plaster floor has been removed, and we're removing the packing. It also has 2 floors, an earlier floor that we will come on as we remove this plaster, and the later floor that we have removed, which was on top of that. And then today we will continue removing this bin 781, and the floor also has been removed. The white plaster floor that was south from the bins and was going all the way to the oven in the southwest corner of the building. What we can see in this, what we could see in the removal of the floor is that, first of all, we had more than 1 floor here, but it was the one that was below the white plastered floor was very badly damaged, and only bits of it stayed in place, and we could trace them. So we did not really excavate to that wall, to that floor first, but just went removing it along with this floor. So somewhere here at this level, which is right in the half of this thickness, was another floor. And when that floor was worn out and needed to be replaced, what they did, they just added some more packing, like 1 more layer of packing on top of it, and the new white plastered floor. So the packing that we ended up with now in this excavation is just this double packing. It's very massive. It consisted of a lot of burnt, redeposited oven remains, especially in this area, which needed to have a good packing, harder packing, because it is close to the edge of the floor, the edge that was very problematic from the very beginning of the house and was sloping towards the center. So that's that. And then we arrived here on the same floor as we have in the rest of the platform 169, which we consider to be the floor from top floor from the phase 1 in the building. That's that. And then let me just say something about these bins. And in the northwest part of the house, we continued excavating the big bins. There isn't much to report at the moment. It's just cleaning of the remains of the fill of the bin, or the base of the bin rather, and arriving on the same floor, phase 1 floor, that we have in the rest of the west end of building 3. And Carrie is discovering a number of interesting features, such as these holes in the wall, some of which seem to be the remains of really places where things were stuck into the wall plaster. And then some on the similar on the floor as well. So she suggested maybe there was a shelf there built, which is a possibility. Okay, let's go now to 89 and 87, and we can get back to work then. Space 89, continuation of the same, but we are now dividing, Tanya, is that true? We're dividing the deposits in 2 units across the middle of the space, and the ones that are to the west are more moist and more bricky, right?
Yeah.
And these are drier deposits.
And there are such clay lumps
Clay lumps in that area.
in that one.
In that area.
This is unit 8405 and 8406.
Okay. And you have a huge animal hole down there?
Yeah.
That's really
This
big.
one and this one, and this one I think it continues like this, but we're not.
And then behind you there is a plastered wall that is really coming out nicely, and we can see that this wall was really well plastered before. But then on the south wall,
It's gone down.
it's going down, but we don't see any plasters yet on that
No,
wall.
no,
We can
no.
see bricks and mortars. We're thinking about a possible opening in that area. Can you go and show where we're thinking about that opening?
Maybe somewhere
In this
here.
area where the bricks and mortars are really irregular or something.
Here we have mortar, here,
Right.
and here
That's
we have
mortar
brick
too.
and
Well, we thought there was a crawl hole above there, but we never could really show the real evidence of it.
There was a definite gap in the bricks.
Yeah.
yeah.
So if it
Something
were
like that.
the same, then we would have it in 2 different house horizons, which we are not sure here yet if we are living in 2 different rooms, one on top of each other, or if we are still in the same room, because we haven't had any floors. And, hopefully something will happen that will help us resolve this dilemma. And in space 87, Başak is alone this morning, and Libby is not here.
Yeah, it's the pit's getting smaller and smaller, so we
Yeah.
can't fit anymore.
That's right. And we have here 2 skeletons which are nicely now articulated, one on top of each other. And Başak, do you want to say something about that?
Yeah. The second individual we found under this one, first one, seems to go under the pit, under the floor. I mean, so I'm trying to find the second cut in this corner here. So that's it, really. Mira. Yes, I said I finished.
Oh, okay. Stop them from talking. Loudly.
Yeah, would you
Yeah.
like to have a look at here?
Did you say that we don't know what's going on in that area? So
No, I kind of find the second cut here, but it's a bit problematic. See this?
oh, yes, I see.
It's the floor and it's cut here, but it comes continuous here and then goes here. And this is the second one, which is the latest cut. It comes here and then finishes.
So there is something going that way, you mean?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's coming here, and then there is like packing and more floor.
What I see here, you need to go to the other end. What I see is the interruption in the floor here and there, as though there is a little vertical something cut.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking maybe this is another, but you see this and that.
Yes.
That's the only interruption that I see. And what is, tell me again what second cut you're talking about.
Ah, I see. Right. Okay. I was thinking maybe, but this is the one cut. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I thought this is the second floor here, the first floor, and then it's cut earlier, but it might have been cut from here.
It might have been cut from
Yes,
on top
yes,
here.
yes, yeah. But then what's happening here? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. I mean, this is obviously, this was connected to that white thing, and it's continuous, it's nice. It was cut there, and then on this end, there was some sort of a movement. You see how the floor disappears here, this floor disappears here, but then the later floor goes on. We might find more cuts in here, burial cuts, I suspect.
Yeah.
But at the moment I cannot tell.
And it seems like the floor was sloping down, isn't it? Like, just by looking at this and this.
Yes, it's sloping towards that end.
Yeah.
Maybe it would help you to take off this upper floor at
We
this
will.
point.
Yes.
I mean, before you kind of undercut it.
Well, she's not undercutting it yet. She's only undercutting it in this area where we wanted to see if it's going deeper that way, the bones, if the bones are going far or not. If they're not going far, then we will consider this as one burial cut, and then they can proceed and remove the bones, and we can then take the upper floor down and then see what's going on, whether there are some more cuts. That's what we're doing. Because if they stop at this point and we get on removing the floor, these bones are going to be exposed for 2 days at least, like that. And a lot of soil is going to be falling on it, and
Yeah.
it's going to be a big problem. So we would like to deal with the skeleton, even though this is a nice
Good picture for
photo
press day.
opportunity for press day. Yeah. So maybe what do you think about trying to keep it in place until then, and do some work on the surface around? But you don't have to do it. We'll do it.
No. But what's next day? It's Sunday, isn't it? So there's only tomorrow.
Yeah, there's only
Well,
tomorrow.
I'm sure it will be.
Tomorrow in the morning of Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, it will be here because we have to draw it anyway.
Right. Okay.
So we have some.
That's what we can do. You can do more cleaning today. We can do some cleaning around, make it nice, and then you can be drawing. Oh, on Tuesday you will be busy with them,
Yeah.
but somebody can. Yeah. Okay.
Libby.
Libby can start. Laurie will be here.
Oh yeah, that's
She can
right.
start
yeah.
drawing.
Yeah.
Can Laurie draw them?
Yes, she's drawn. Can't she? She's drawn bones.
I don't think so.
She didn't draw last year.
No,
She
I
did
don't
digital.
think. I don't
yeah.
think she can draw.
Did Libby draw last year?
No.
Well, they can
Well,
prepare a
yeah.
digital. They can prepare a digital.
Yeah, I'm sure they will find something to do.
It doesn't really matter because the press people will come for brief time and they will come late in the day. So as long as we have it nicely cleaned and we can uncover and they can see it, whether somebody will be drawing at that point or not, it doesn't really matter, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll cut this part a bit and then see if the bone is going down. And if it is,
That sounds good. Okay. Thank you, Jason. You've done a very good job this morning. Smiling a lot.